Hello everyone and welcome back to the Locker Room Podcast. We're here again today with the usual cast. I got Tunde next to me, I got somebody opposite me. And today we are going to discuss who we think deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. Obviously recently a lot of things have happened to like turn the tables, some could say.
A lot of discourse, couple teams have been kicked out of the Champions League.
Essentially, yes, to split the votes a bit more, because I think at first it was a bit more obvious as to who the front runner was. Now it's a lot more open to debate. I think there's still conversations to be had.
And of course, if AFCON was this season, it wouldn't have counted to help Salah win the Ballon d'Or as well, as per certain man's legends. But you get me.
But yeah, that's basically what we're going to do. We're just going to discuss who we think the best players in the world are and who we think deserves the Ballon d'Or. If you agree or disagree, let us know in the comments down below, and we're going to get right into it.
I think we just start off. Should we agree at a top five?
Top five. I struggle to find five players.
There's quite a few.
No order yet. But I think the main three.
There's four main.
Cool. Salah.
I think there's five.
Salah, Raphinha,
Dembele.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay,
Salah, Raphinha, Dembele.
Yamal.
I was going to say Yamal.
Yamal, but his injury, but that's okay.
And I was going to say Kane.
I was going to say Kane as well.
Fuck Kane.
I knew he was going to do that.
But be real though, I know obviously there's agendas aside.
Nah, bro.
Look at Kane's season. It's not like he's having a bad season or anything. He's bound to win the Bundesliga this year. And they're still in the Champions League.
He's not having a Ballon d'Or season, bro.
She is.
Yeah, but realistically, our standards are too high for what a Ballon d'Or season is. Bro, the standards have been set from Messi and Ronaldo. You can't just keep saying no. It don't work like this. Why is Kane's season so much worse than Salah worse than like a Yamal season? Because I think
Yamal
Salah,
was doing it
Raphinha,
at 17 years age.
but they don't take age into account for Ballon d'Or, surely.
Okay, because you know when I say Ballon d'Or, when I say
doing.
Ballon d'Or,
You see how he put his hand to his heart? Like,
bro, I want a player that excites me. Harry Kane does not excite me as a footballer. When he plays for Bayern Munich, he's not how he plays for Tottenham.
Yeah, okay.
It's a straight bagsman. Yes, cool. I can't lie. You got to appreciate the guy is a goal scorer. Yes.
I can't lie. It's not the same.
Obviously, he's not as exciting, but don't people say that about Salah
I'd rather
as well?
Lewandowski than flipping Harry Kane, bro.
Yeah, Lewandowski's always.
I'd rather Kane.
But can't lie, we are forgetting Real Madrid are giants.
I was going to say Mbappe.
That's the thing about Real Madrid is, like, across the whole season, they have probably like periods where a person is good for a period, then it shifts across and then it shifts across. Besides
that, obviously when Ronaldo was there, nowadays, of course, it feels like responsibility gets shared around a lot. We saw it last season too. Like a lot of the first part of last season was Jude, second half of the season was Vinny. Like the responsibility got shared around a lot, and I think even Carvajal ended up in the podium above Jude in the end.
So but for Real Madrid, who do you think the most important player is? Because for me, it's Valverde.
Yeah, it's Valverde, but they will never see it like that. That's the only problem. Ballon d'Or don't see it as the most important player. They see it as who's bagging the goals, realistically.
It's Valverde.
Yeah, Valverde or Jude, I'd say, is their most important player. I wouldn't say it's Mbappe.
I wouldn't even say it's Jude.
No, after Valverde, it goes
what
Jude.
Jude brings to that team, I feel like he's heavily disrespected because of his, like, bro, his upbringing, 19 years old, moved to Real Madrid.
And he's Brummy as well.
Like,
definitely makes people hate him.
There's a lot of reason for people to hate on him, but
you hate on him.
Yeah, I know.
No, I can't, like,
for that exact reason.
But like, you got to give him his props, man. This guy, he is, like, whether you like it or not, he does his role perfectly. What he's asked to do, he does it to his T. And he's basically, he's like a batsman in his position.
Yeah. He brings a nice balance to the team.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'd probably say before Mbappe joined, I would have said it was Vinicius. All day long, even more than Jude last season.
I can never call anyone in their front three the most important player just because they've got so many options there. None of them can be that important. Madrid have got the three best left wingers in the world.
Yeah.
Realistically, they do.
Nah.
Yeah, Rodrigo, if he plays on the left, because it's his favoured position, is one of the best left wingers in the world.
Okay.
And then Mbappe and Vinny.
Oh,
they got three of them.
Three of the best, yeah.
No, Raphinha is the best.
Oh yeah, true. So yeah, three of the best.
The only thing I thought just a lot of the time Vinicius will just push the attack. A lot of the time,
because
you see it this season.
Vinny was being there since when they had like the little off period, and now he's growing.
You saw it last season.
Vinny this season though has been a ghost, especially. I can't lie, Vinny's season's quite embarrassing considering what he did last season. Like, in my opinion, there's a good argument for him to win the Ballon d'Or. I still think Rodri should have won it, but I think there was a good argument to be made. And then, obviously, we all saw like the outrage after he didn't win it. Obviously, Madrid flipping boycott the Ballon d'Or, and then he was tweeting out saying, "Oh, next year I'm going to go 500 times harder," whatever he said. And then
Man City said, "Don't cry about it."
Yeah, and exactly. Even though they lost that game.
Yeah.
But now we're seeing his season.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very moved by Vinny. I thought it was quite underwhelming. I like him as a footballer. I think some things outside of football, is like it's whatever. I think the way he acted after the Atleti game was a bit crazy, considering he didn't do much.
I can't lie. If that's an Arsenal player and he does that, bro, I'm embracing it, bro.
Yeah, but it's just a bit shameless.
If that's Spurs, are you mad?
Fair.
That's next level hate, bro. I can't lie. It's the context of the game.
Yeah, it's rivalry at the end of the day.
But come to it, so let's be real. Salah's winning this. If a crazy if Arsenal Villa, if Arsenal Villa or if Arsenal Villa or Inter Milan win the UCL,
yeah, I've crunched the numbers. we need you to win the Champions League, Villa, Inter Milan, or Dortmund. And we're good. We're good. Or obviously, I think if Real Madrid win it, but they don't win the league, or if Atleti win it, Atleti's out, innit?
Yeah.
I think slight chance Bayern Munich.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, because let's be real, yeah. The big names that we said, Madrid, Liverpool, Real Madrid, or Barca, they're going to win their respective leagues. Let's be real, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So league title aside, because
Atleti can still win the league.
Let's be real. I don't think they're going to do it.
It's still very close.
If they win tomorrow as well.
No, okay, it's close.
I agree with you.
But in terms of let's be real, yeah, it's gonna be one of those four, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna,
if not, yeah. And okay, go on.
Sorry, I was gonna say it's gonna be one of those four. The point I said about Bayern Munich is that Bayern Munich are probably the only team where if they win the Champions League, they may not have a Ballon d'Or shot in their team as strong as Raphinha and Salah, because Kane. I think Kane's having an excellent season.
No, I can't like if Kane wins the Champions League and the league, bro, he's going to get the Ballon d'Or.
No, but I don't think so.
No, but from your point,
his name has not been mentioned.
Yeah.
No, you got to think of vote for the Ballon d'Or, bro.
No, I agree with that, but you have to think about it this way, yeah? Kane's name hasn't been mentioned in these conversations at all, and we're almost at the end of the season. If for whatever reason now, because I agree with you, he's had an excellent season, but it's so... You know what it is? When you look at the best player in the world, it's so clear it's between two people. Let's be real. It's Raphinha or Salah this year. When it comes to the best player in the world, it's those two. Even the tier below that is where I would bring in Mbappe and Dembele. Kane's name wouldn't be mentioned until the fifth man for me. When it comes to... if we were to rank the top five...
That's the thing.
Exactly. I think even Alvarez has a better case than Kane this season. But if he wins the Champions League and his league, I think his name will be mentioned in the conversation more. But I just don't... The way Raphinha and Salah's names have been mentioned constantly all season, he would have to score a considerable amount of goals in the Champions League for them to even turn their head. Because Bundesliga, innit? Like, they expect Bayern to win it every year besides last year. Whereas...
But the thing is, we also know how the people that vote for the Ballon d'Or, how they sway towards, like...
I think they split the Champions League. They care about the Champions League a lot.
Brands, Champions League... And really, it's just who has it, because who's got the bigger name out of Salah and Kane in terms of how the Ballon d'Or's voted for.
Salah, yeah.
I think Salah.
That's why I think.
Yeah, 100% Salah.
Even though Kane's English, I think still Salah's just got the bigger name, especially because he's playing in a bigger league. So I think that's what makes a bit of the difference is the league they're playing in to win it.
Alright, cool. So let's actually predict who we think will win it.
You know what it is?
I think it's gonna be Raphinha.
It's hard. It's hard to judge it.
I think it'll be Salah.
I think Barca need to win the champs for Raphinha to win it. I don't think, especially if they don't win the league, they need the champs. They're not going to give it to Raphinha if he doesn't win the champs or the league. And let's be real, there's a decent chance they don't win the league or the champs, because Madrid can do the double and win both.
That's actually crazy.
Like, so I don't think Raphinha will actually end up winning it.
Like, this is Barca's best season.
Yeah,
wow, the football playing is nuts.
Yeah, I can't. But this is like
it's crazy.
This is like the resurgence of them though, because like no one saw this coming.
Of those three teams, especially. Yeah. I say Salah. I think his numbers and his stats have been so good for a certain amount of time, and also I feel like the way how the Ballon d'Or, how they vote for Ballon d'Or, these type of things, is that they almost vote for what you've done in the past. They might not say it explicitly, but it's the way how Messi got the vote instead of Haaland, where Haaland clearly had a better season than him.
Yeah.
Yes, he won the trophies, and Salah will win the league. He won't win the Champions League, and we'll find out if he wins a League Cup tomorrow, which doesn't really help in the conversation.
It does. Let's say they don't win it tomorrow and he has a shit game. He's not winning the Ballon d'Or. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it's not as much as the others.
No.
Because it'll be under a microscope because Salah's playing in the game now.
Yeah.
So with
because this is Salah's only chance now.
Yeah, but like my thing is, because he's been putting up numbers, not as big as this, but solid numbers since he came into the Prem.
Yeah.
And I think he's deserved a Ballon d'Or. Probably no.
There's not one season he deserved the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at it like that. But the numbers he's putting up and his consistency is like cool. He should win it, and this is his moment to do so.
Yeah.
Raphinha, and all these other guys we mentioned, probably bar from Kane, will have another chance to win it ahead of him.
But to contradict your story, yeah. Let's see the come up of Raphinha. Bro went to from Leeds to Barcelona, was seen as a failed transfer. They wanted him out. He was like, bro, the shittest of the shittest. And look at the turnaround. He's probably the best left wing in the world as of now.
He is.
Ballon d'Or, best player in the world currently. Like
over the past, recent form you could say.
Yeah, but that's what it is. Deep it, bro. The success story of Raphinha is crazy, bro.
But is that come up story better than having Salah having the most goal contributions in a season since Ronaldo, Messi, and them? Probably Lewandowski.
I was gonna build on that
at Bayern. So which one?
Yeah. No,
which one do you go
Haaland's
for?
Got more.
No, goal
as of right now.
Goal,
bear in mind how many games he has left in the season.
He's statistically likely to get that many.
Yeah, well, just to build on what you said, because I was actually going to bring up that point. In terms of the whole, I think Raphinha, if he had a career behind him that was as substantial as Salah's coming into this season, I think they would look at him a bit more seriously. In terms of what you're saying about the come-up story, I think they're looking at him and, because his name... I think Ballon d'Or, at the end of the day, is a name thing. It's a name thing plus a trophy thing. Yeah. Obviously, your individual season alone and, how you as a player are doing comes into account. But let's face it, it's a popularity contest at the end of the day. I think Salah's name holds so much more weight than Raphinha's. I just don't think they're going to give him a look-in like that. I think it's way too early in his career for them to want... Because of how close it is, unless Raphinha wins a double... Well, actually, it'll be a treble, I think, because I think they won a trophy early in the season. I think they won the Copa del Rey.
I don't think that's the final happened.
They beat Madrid in the final of some competition this season. I remember watching it. So I think they would have won three trophies. Yeah. But unless he does that, I think because the distance between them isn't clear enough, I think they'll edge it towards Salah. And like you said, Salah's broken so many records this season. Cool, it's in the league. But we're talking about the hardest league in the world.
I don't think it is anymore, bro.
It is. I think it still is. I think if one player is carrying us to a league title, surely that backs a case for his Ballon d'Or, bro.
But
without him, we'd be 10th.
I told you he deserved the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but no. But you've just said that Raphinha should win the Ballon d'Or, no?
I said if he wins,
you think he'll win the Ballon d'Or? One player, deep this for a second. You just said one player is enough to bring us from where we should probably be sat as 10th, all the way to winning the league.
Yeah, I know.
He's having a historical.
I told you in messages, bro. Salah deserves it, but I don't think he's gonna get it. I said, bro, that's what I said. It's all achievement worthy. Because if Barca win the Champions League and the league,
I agree with that.
Then they're gonna think.
But that's I agree with you on that. I said if Barca win the Champions League and the league, I think Raphinha will do enough.
But I said if it's just pure league, Salah will win it. If both of them win their respective league, that's my point.
That's what it comes down to. If Barca don't win the champs, I think Salah wins. I think Salah wins the Ballon d'Or because I think at the end of the day, Dembele, the season's cute, right? Yeah. Kane, the season is cute. Yeah. Mbappe, same thing. But really, it's between Raphinha and Salah.
Bro, when you brought up Kane, I think VVD has more of a chance of winning the Ballon d'Or than Kane. I agree. So when you're bringing up Kane, I'm like, bro, are you mental, bro? Look what they're doing.
Unless Bayern win the champs. Unless Bayern win the champs, because then he actually has a say.
I'm just thinking about how the Ballon d'Or is going to be voted for, bro.
Because be real, VVD. I agree with you. I think VVD has been phenomenal this season, but he hasn't had a shout, and the reason for that is because Salah's in the same team.
Yeah,
and we know how the votes get split.
Yeah, but
that's the other reason why I don't think Raphinha might get it, because I think a lot of the votes will go to Yamal.
That's what I'm saying. Let's say Salah's not in. They go 10th. If VVD's not in their team, they even go 15th. You know how stupid that sounds. You know how crazy that sounds.
I agree.
But Odegaard, half our flipping team, and we're still second or top three. All
right, let's wrap it up then. Let's wrap it up with our final predictions.
Palmer hasn't been performing, and you dropped 4 places. Come on, bro.
Okay. Let's wrap it up for final predictions for the Ballon d'Or then. Okay. So you're saying Raphinha. Give us your reason why Raphinha.
Okay, I'll do my. You know what it is? Part of it's hate.
Okay.
Admittedly hate.
Yeah.
But also, I prefer to watch Raphinha on the ball. As a footballer, I think Raphinha is a better footballer than Salah.
Okay. And I agree. But you think he's going to win the Ballon d'Or because he looks better on the ball?
No, but in terms of, because I feel like it's very hard to predict who's going to win the La Liga, innit?
Yeah.
But I feel like Barcelona will probably get to the Champions League final. I personally think, innit?
Yeah.
And when in the final, it's open to debate. But Raphinha is carrying this Barca team half the time.
Carrying is a stretch.
Carrying in terms of same way Salah gets his goal contributions. Raphinha always needs a game with a goal or assist. He's always there.
In that way,
in that aspect, yeah. But
no one in Liverpool's team are putting up trees the same way how Dani Olmo is, Pedri, Yamal, and Lewandowski.
But can't you?
We're
talking about Gravenberch as the best midfielder in the world half the season, bro. Come on.
Me?
No,
in the league, it's always been in the league.
We said in the world. You've said in the world.
Bro,
I might have said one of that. I've never said.
You're comparing Dani Olmo to you're saying that Liverpool have got a bomb midfield. Cool on paper,
no,
I'm not saying midfield is working.
No, I'm not saying midfield. I'm saying after Salah,
they got
in terms of their attack.
They got the best goalkeeper in the world. They got two of the best defenders in the world.
Sonny, look at the numbers Raphinha and Salah are putting up, and then look at the guys they're working with in their front three.
That's what I'm saying.
Is the way I like to look at it. Salah is putting up what will probably be the best Premier League season we've ever seen in our lifetimes. He's going to probably hit 30 goals, 20 assists in the league alone. He's probably going to win the PFA Player of the Year. Hold on. He's probably going to win the PFA Player of the Year. Yeah. He's probably going to carry our team to a Premier League. Yeah. He's probably going to win the Carabao Cup. And the guy's going to break the assist record. He even has a chance to break the goals record. And look at the players he's playing with in the front line. He could. I'm saying he could. Yes. It's on the cards. Yeah. And look at who he's playing with in the front line. He's playing with Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz.
In terms of my point of view is, bro, we've agreed Barcelona probably got the best midfield three in the world.
Yes. And the best front three in the world.
Sorry, I meant the front three. My bad. Yeah.
And the midfield three. You could say so.
Yeah. You can't. It's agreeable. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say to you is, as I said before, the Raphinha come-up story, no one would have thought this season is ever possible for him.
Bro. We need to end this.
The way I want to end it is, I agree with you with the come-up story, yeah?
Bro, it's going to be definitely... Okay, let's say, going into the season, who was more likely to have a great season? Raphinha or Salah?
Salah. But I think they'll take that into account and they'll see Salah's got more body of work. They'll most likely give it to Salah. It's a bigger name. It's a bigger household name.
We're done.
Yeah, we've got to wrap it up. We've actually got to wrap it up. Guys, if you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below if you agree or disagree, or if you think there's someone else that deserves a Ballon d'Or. I've had enough of discussing this. Thank you very much and goodbye.